Assalamu alaikum. Today I am telling you about village. A village is a small settlement usually found in a rural setting. It is generally larger than a hamlet but smaller than a town. Some geographic specifically define a village as having between 500 and 2500 inhabitants. What is the importance of village? Importance of village. The village is important because it is the primary sector of agricultural production of our country. The village is the backbone of Pakistan economy. It also plays a major role in maintaining the ecological balance of the environment. Villages are mostly covered with trees and plants. Seven most beautiful villages of Pakistan, characterized by endless lush green fields that transform into deep red and rusty orange hues as fall approaches. Pakistan has some of the most beautiful rural villages in the world. Some of these villages can be found at the banks of majestic rivers. Others are nestled deep within valleys, surrounded by streams and flowers, or located at amidst glorious meadows with an endless expanse of lime green grass and gazelles. Here are some of the prettiest villages you should head to in Pakistan. Number 1, Arankal village. Number 2, Metalton village. Number 3, Brier village. Number 4, Ganish village. Number 5, Pasu village. Number 6, Geyser village. And number 7, Mardla village. Arankal village. Arankal is a romantic and strikingly beautiful hill station village located in the Neelam Valley in Kashmir at the fantastical height of 8,379 feet. It is a valley that is bathed in the color of green vegetation, and trees and plants seem to grow in every nook and cranny. There are idyllic little pathways around the entire village, and the height at which it is located seems to offer a more scenic views than any other location of the famous Neelam Valley. Metalton village. Metalton village is a natural retreat for forest lovers around the world. It is secluded village about 11 kilometers away from Kalam in the province of KPK. The village is not easily accessible and therefore it is completely quiet and serene on all sides by an alpine forest that has an abundant variety of vegetations. From the village, travelers have a magnificently scenic views of all the mountains ranges that encompass the areas to make it a haven for relaxation and rejuvenation. There is a beautiful river nearby, making the village a picture scene settlement that inspires anyone who visits. Number 3, village. The Brier village. Brier is an enchanting village nestled deep within the Kailash Valley. In the Chitral district, it is treasure of culture in which women are famous for their unique dress embroidered with bright pink and yellow, and their hats covered with fashionable caps decorated with feathers. The entire village is encapsulated in lime green fields, dancing reeds, and a river that has life force of its. There are multiple terrace fields that add an idyllic ambience to the whole picturesque setting in which the village exists. Number 4, Ganish village. Ganish is a quaint and scenic village that contains mosques that were built hundred of years ago. The village comes with an encyclopedia of history and is considered to be an archive of the long-standing history of the Silk Route that has been used by travelers for centuries. It is surrounded by beautiful tall trees that changes as many colors as the village is located close to the majestic Hunza River. The village's ancient culture is still preserved by the locals who has continued to live there for generations, as well as starkly marked by great tours that were built by their ancestors. A history and the culture accompanied by the magnificent beauty of mountain ranges and the mighty rivers against the backdrop of brightly colored trees make the village a scene out of an artistic masterpiece. Number 5, Pasu village. Pasu village is a dream like heaven, filled with lush green terraced field on which locals grow the most delicious organic produce. It is surrounded by inspiring sight on every side. The Pasu glaciers on one side and the famous Pasu Homes on the others, also known as the Pasu Cathedral. It is located on the site of the Karakoram Highway on the way from Hunza to Punjab Pass, a few kilometers from an area called Kulmit. These snow-capped mountains are some of the most astonishing peaks sculpted by nature in the world. One glance at them will stop you in your tracks as the peak proudly proclaim the terrifying glory of nature. The village is scenery, and there is a beautiful vivacious river that runs along one entire side. There is abundance of hills, vegetations, and natural beauty that is extremely rare to find these days. Number 6 village Gazer. Gazer is an idyllic village straight out of a storybook with a crystal blue river that runs throughout it. The village is located in a magnificent valley named Pandapandar in the Gilgit-Baltistan region. It is surrounded by magnificent trees and reeds that swing to the melodies of the wind and countless beautiful wildflowers that grow by the riverbed, causing travelers to be inspired by every moment that is spent amid this symphony of nature. From a distance, glorious snow-capped peak can be seen encapsulating the village and giving it dreamy ambience in the dim sunlight and a mysterious allure in the light of the moon. Number 6 Marla village. Marla is a picturesque village engulfed in endless field of wheat and plethora of sunflowers. Due to the lack of urban development, the skyline is immersed in clouds in the day and cloaked in red and pink hues come sunset. It is located as a small distance from the city of Gujarat and is one of the most beautiful and peaceful villages in Punjab. At the peak of dawn, the local arise and being their day on the farms. The entire village is filled with the singing of birds, and the trees provide sufficient shade for anyone who wants to just sit and observe the scenery in solitude. I hope you will enjoy my beautiful video. So like, subscribe and share my